What's up, YouTube? My name's Zane. Today I'm bringing you another Thunder Dragon deck profile. This one's entirely different than the last deck profile that we did just a few days ago. But this is because the new packs came out, which introduced a lot of new cards like the Sword Soul cards, some new DPE cards, and also the best card in the set, in my opinion, Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. This is going to completely change the game. It's going to be thrown in like almost every combo deck just because it's so easy to make. You just make link off 2 effect monsters just to make an Anaconda, and you can send the Fusion Destiny and summon it. Like I said, almost every deck's going to end up playing it. That's a combo deck. But this deck, it's built to be able to abuse that card as much as possible, but also be able to push through the bigger boards that people are going to be making because of that card. So for the deck profile, we play 2 Effect Veiler. We still play the Destruction Sword. This is better than the Scythe Lock. We started out trying the Scythe Lock, but Destruction Sword is just infinitely easier to go into, and you don't have to Phoenix Enforcer pop your Scythe or Titan pop your Scythe. Like, it's just easier to go for the Destruction Sword, and it doesn't lose like Call by the Grave, DD Crow, Ghost Spell, stuff like that. We play the 2 Matrix. You only need 2 in this build. This is the combo build, and you're not as reliant on seeing in-hand Thunder effect because you have a lot of ways to get to it in this deck. So we play 2 just to be able to search 1 when you banish it. 3 Maxi, 3 Ash. These cards are absolutely mandatory in probably every deck in Master Duel right now. They're both just insane. Play the 1 White Dragon, 1 Black Dragon. You only need 1 of both. There's an argument to play 2 White Dragons because it's the better one, but you really only need the 1 target for both because you don't really want to draw them most of the time. You just want to draw the Chaos Space to search them. White Dragon's not bad to draw on its own, but you'd rather just have the Chaos Space. We play the 1 Destiny Hero Celestial and the 1 Destiny Hero Dasher. Those are the 2 targets for Fusion Destiny to be able to summon Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. What this does, if you have no cards in your hand on the next turn, you can banish this and a Destiny Hero from your graveyard to draw 2 cards, which is insane follow-up. That's a big reason why DPE is such a good card, is because it gives you a pot of greed on your next turn from the graveyard. And Dasher lets you, in the standby phase, summon a monster that you draw for turn. It comes up sometimes, but it's not really that great. But mainly for the Celestial effect. Play 2 Solar and 3 Aloof Lupine. We play 7 normal summons if you include the Dragon Matrix, but we're playing 51 cards, so it's fair. Solar is a lot better in this build than it was in the previous Shifter build that we were playing because it has so much more synergy with all the Chaos cards like Solar plus Chaos Space or Solar plus White, Solar plus Duo, Levianeer, Hawk. Like, there's a lot of combos where Solar's a lot better in this deck, but Aloof Lupine's still the more consistent normal summon because it works with any Thunder monster. You're able to establish Unicarrier Colossus, which is insanely powerful against the current meta. So that's why we play the 3 Aloof and 2 Solar. Then for Thunder Dragons, just 3 Thunder Dragon, 3 Dragon Dark. You should play these in any pure Thunder deck. 2 Roar and 1 Hawk because they're limited, semi-limited, and limited to 1. Then, like I said, the Dasher for Fusion Destiny. We play the 1 Duo. Duo's a lot better in this build than the Shifter build because you're always filling up your graveyard and everything, and your cards are getting banished with Shifter and everything. The Levianeer's able to search off Chaos Space by pitching a light. A lot of times it's cool if you go Thunder Dragon, add 2 Thunder Dragons, and then go Chaos Space, pitch 1 of the Thunder Dragons, so it's like basically a free Chaos Space, and you can search the Levianeer that way. This card's insane. You banish 3 either light or dark monsters and then get different effects, but the main one is banishing lights and darks, destroy 2 cards on the field, so this is really good to break boards. We also play the 1 Thunder Kaiju to be able to search off the Thunder Dragon Fusion. It's nice to be able to out problematic monsters. Then 1 Nibiru to be able to draw into a Maxi potentially, and it's also a light monster to be able to pitch off a Chaos Space. The same reason why we play Effect Veiler over Impermanence, because you can pitch it off Chaos Space, and Effect Veiler gets a lot better now that Phoenix Enforcer is out because everybody's gonna be going for Anaconda. So Veiler just stops the Anaconda and completely shuts down the Phoenix Enforcer from coming out. So that's why Veiler is a lot better now. Then we play 2 Ready Fusion and the 1 Instant Fusion. The 1 Gold Sark. Gold Sark is just an insane card. If you're playing Thunder Dragon, you should probably play this card because it's like a 1-card Colossus, or it just triggers your Roar, triggers whatever you need in the moment. But as far as the Instant Fusion and Ready Fusion, that's to summon the Kaminari attack and the Theseus. Kaminari is the one you make the most. That lets you banish it and banish a Thunder from your hand to make Titan. Also, the Theseus to be able to go into Baron by synchroing with the Dragon Dark or the Thunder Dragon. Then we play 2 Allure of Darkness. Allure is a little worse in this build. You don't want to draw multiples ever because you're not playing as many Darks as the Shifter build, and you're playing more cards. And you don't really want to banish these targets off of Allure of Darkness. Like, that's kind of because you can't activate your Fusion Destiny if you don't have both targets either in your hand or in your deck. So these don't really count as dark monsters so much. So this card's not as good in this version, but it's still good enough to play. Banishing the dark or the roars, it turns it into Pot of Greed, so it's really nice. 2 fusion. You can infinitely loop with 1 fusion, but it's good to have the other one as a backup, and it's just a good card to draw in general in a lot of situations to be able to throw a Titan on board. Then we play 2 Fusion Destiny. This card is insane. You'll see this card in almost every combo deck from now on until Anaconda gets banned, probably, or if they ban Phoenix Enforcer, depending on how they go about it. But it'll be probably in every combo deck for a while. This card's insane. Fusion Summon Destiny Phoenix Enforcer from by sending materials from your deck. It just limits you to where you can't special summon for the rest of the turn except for dark hero monsters, but you just do this at the end of your combo. When you like, if you're going first, you just do your whole combo and then finish with this. If you're going second, you just try to push through their stuff and finish off with this to break their board. So yeah, if you play this, if you hard draw this, it's insane. You love to draw this card. You don't want to draw the bricks. This deck plays 3 bricks, by the way. It's the Dasher, the Celestial, and the Destruction Sword. That's part of the reason why we play 51 cards, because there's 3 bricks in the deck now. So less likely to draw those. But yeah, like I said, this card's insane. The 3 Chaos Space, this is also another really good card. All the spells are so powerful in this deck, but Chaos Space is nice. It's like, it's extra good now because if you just draw Chaos Space and no Thunder Dragon Engine, you can still just go into an Anaconda and make DPE. And if you didn't draw into Thunder Dragon Engine, odds are you probably have hand traps. So DPE plus hand traps is very, very strong. So yeah, this card's a god card. The 2 Ready Future, like I said, 2 Call by the Grave. We're playing 2. This card also is a lot better with DP in the format because it can just banish the DP out of the graveyard and it'll keep it from coming back. Also stops, obviously hand traps and everything. It's just this card should probably be banned. It's insanely powerful. And then the 3 Droplet. Droplets, way better in this build. The Chaos version, because you want to load your graveyard with the Thunder Dragons, but also you kind of need this now, like especially need this now because of like the Sword Soul deck. Sword Soul deck puts up a pretty good board where you need Droplet to be able to out it a lot of the time. Or against the Despia deck, they'll put up double Masquerade, which burns you for 600 each for every card you activate. So it's really hard to play through a double Masquerade because you can only activate, if you activate 7 cards, you're dead. So the Droplet helps out that board as well. This card's just really versatile, really good. Outs the Herald Perfection still. It's a insane card. Highly recommend playing 3 of this in this deck. And for the extra deck, I play the 1 Kaminari attack and the 1 Theseus for the Instant Fusion, Ready Fusion. Those are just, I already explained why we play those, but only the 2 targets. We don't play the level 2 in this one because the extra deck's a lot more tight. The 1 Colossus, it's best card in the extra deck, the reason to play the deck. If this card got banned, I don't know if I'd even play Thunder Dragon, to be honest. This card is insanely good. 1 Phoenix Enforcer, this card, crazy good. Pops a card once per turn and comes back every standby phase. It's insane. This card, like, you're gonna see it everywhere. 2 Titan. This card's pretty good. You need 2 to be able to fusion into 1. If it dies, then you're able to fusion into the second one. But if you manage your resources correctly, like, you should never run out of Titans if you play 2. So that's why I only play 2 and not 3. The Baron, that's for the Theseus, being able to synchro with the Dark or the Thunder Dragon. This card's insane when you can make it. It's crazy good. Very worth the extra spot. Link Rebo. Link Rebo is a cuttable card. This one can be like a hieratic seal for the baby dragons or something else like that. But I think it's worth it because the main reason, because Batteryman Solar makes a level 1 token when you summon a Thunder Dragon. So what you do is you have the Solar, you summon another Thunder, and then you turn the token into a Link Rebo, and then you can make Anaconda, because Anaconda requires effect monsters, and the token is not an effect monster. So that's the main reason to play it, but also you can if you need to put the Matrix in the graveyard to be able to trigger its effect, or like put a Thunder in the graveyard. Like, say you open like Matrix Hawk, like that's a way to make Colossus that if you didn't play Link Rebo, you wouldn't be able to make it. The Striker Dragon, that's for the baby Chaos Dragons. It's very necessary. You have to play it for these. Cross Sheep, this card helps you climb into Nightmare Unicorn, and then into Access Code. Really good card in this deck. Unicarrier, you're going to this turn 1 a lot of the time. Sometimes we'll go for Anaconda over Unicarrier in certain scenarios, like go for like a DPE Colossus now, but there's a lot of hands where you can just make DPE Colossus and Unicarrier, which is nuts, really hard to out for most decks. So that's why we play both of these. The Anaconda is very versatile in this deck. You can make most of the time you're going to be using Fusion Destiny, but sometimes you can send the Thunder Dragon Fusion, people go into a Titan or a Colossus that way. That's why we played it before, but now it just has that extra layer that it can go into a Fusion Destiny play. Nightmare Unicorn, this card's the best Link 3. It outs problematic cards by discarding. Insane card. The access code to climb into from Nightmare Unicorn most of the time, go for game. And then Appaloosa, we play this in this build because there's a lot of times where you just have a lot of monsters, access to a lot of summons, and you want to play around like a potential Nibiru or something, or potential hand traps that could stop you, and when you're going for game. So a lot of times you can make an Appaloosa before you make your like real plays, where you like pretty much anything involving like Batterman Solar is going to end in an Appaloosa most of the time. But yeah, that's why we play those cards. But I think this deck's really strong. I know 51 cards is kind of ugly, but I think it's very consistent. And you have to play enough going second cards is why it's 51 cards, because we wanted to play all this engine. We didn't want to cut the engine cards, but we wanted to balance it out with the right amount of going second cards. We're playing 14 going second cards, the 2 Valor, the 3 Maxi, the 3 Ash Blossom, also the 3 Droplet, the Kaiju, and the 1 Nibiru, which is 14 cards total that are good going second. And in a 51 card deck, in your opening 5, you have an 82% chance of opening at least 1, which a lot of times 1 is enough, depending on your opponent's hand. But like a Droplet is enough to break almost any board by itself, but like a Maxi can like end their turn if they don't have the Call by the Grave or the Ash Blossom for it. So we have like 4 out of 5 games we're going to open 1 going second, but that keeps it where we can go second but also still have a good going first deck, to where you're not playing too many hand traps where it bricks you. So I think that's the best way to balance it. Big fan of the deck though. It performed very well on stream tonight. But I'll be playing it some more later on this week. But I just wanted to show you guys. Sorry about that. My recording software cut off. But I was just gonna say I'll upload some replays later this week as well. You can check out the stream VODs. It'll be in the description down below. And make sure to tune in to the stream. I stream between 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 to 5 days a week. I'll probably be live on Wednesday next stream. But seriously, I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it. Yeah, that's it. Hopefully see you guys in the next stream or the next video. Yeah, I'll see you guys.